Okay, in this video we're going to have a look at a function called SUMIF. Now, you may have encountered the sum function in Excel beforehand. So sum will actually add up a whole range of cells. I'll just do an example here. If I type in equals sum, open bracket, I'll just pick the first three here. So I'll highlight those three cells, H2 to H4, sum, and it basically adds them up. So that plus that plus that gives you that amount. Okay, very simple, quite useful. But the SUMIF is actually much more powerful than that. It actually has a combination of a sum as well as an if statement, so it can actually do a lot of clever things for you. So we've got a situation here where we've got student details. So we've got all these student names, and then we've got another sheet here where we just enter payment details. So as the students pay, we've got a drop down list to select the name of the student, whatever they may be. Pick one, give it an amount, do $4,000, put today's date, and we'll say they're paid by cash. I walked in with a wad of money. Okay, so we've recorded a whole lot of payment details, but we actually want to know in the student details how much each individual student paid. So how much did Matilda actually pay? Now if you look at the payments are all over the place. You'd have to go through and check, okay, which line has got Matilda on there and how much did that have, and then sum all of those. That's where the SUMIF function comes in. It can do all of that work for you. Okay, so we'll pick that example with Matilda. We'll start with equals SUMIF. Okay, so as it says there, adds the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. So the first thing we want to do is we're looking for the names, so we want a range of names that we want to check. So we'll go to our payments and we want to check all of the names in there. So if we click the A at the top, that'll actually click the whole cell instead, the whole column, instead of having to go through each individual and pick a list. Okay, so then comma. The next option is the criteria. So what are we matching against that name? Well, we actually want to find this particular student, so the one in in E2. Okay. And what do we want to do when we found that student? Well, we want to add up. So which range do we want to sum? Which ones do we want to sum up? Any amounts that we've got in the payments column. So basically in column B. And that's it. So the SUMIF will go through and saying that Matilda has paid $2,000. So let's check. We've got one there, that's 1,000, and we've got another one there. Okay. Now there was 2,000. Let's just change that to 1,500 there. So just to see how it works. So that's 1,000 and 1,500. Come back there and yep, it's changed it to 2,500. What I can also do now is drag those formulas down to the rest of the names. So in that formula there, so it's SUMIF, it's going to look through all of the students in the payments sheet. It's going to check for any students that match the value that's in E4, which is Catherine, and add up any of the payments for those matching students out of the column B. So Catherine, we say, is 2,200. So if we look there, we've got 500 there, another 500, a 200, and another 1,000. So quick calculation, 2,200. So as it's SUMIF, really powerful. So I can actually add another column in here to just extend this further. This is what they had to pay, this is what they paid, so we can stick another column in there and we can actually do some calculations. So it's that amount minus that amount, and we know what they've paid. So actually highlight through the rest of it. It's in yellow. I've done this before, and I actually had some conditional formatting in there as well. Don't worry about that just for the moment. But that's basically able to work out what they owed by using the stuff out of the payments thing in here and what they were meant to pay. As I said, very powerful formula that can give you a lot of value.